So I think I'd like to make a tech talk like video, not necessarily to tell anyone they're right or wrong, but just to give a little bit of education and awareness about it. So I've been seeing a lot of people talk about keeping your old phones, using it till it no longer works, and other technology and stuff like that, which that's great and that's fine, and that's not to say that you can't do that, all right? But just know that just because your hardware itself is not broken, that does not necessarily always mean that your software will continue to work. For example, let's take the fact that I have an old iPad mini 2, right? And I also have an old iPod Touch, the 4th generation, okay? Now, the thing with the software is that with these app developers and depending upon the company that you're using your device from, can decide whether or not the app version will connect to the servers of the said app that you're using. Like, if I were to open YouTube on my iPod Touch 4, it would just sit there and not connect to the server because the app itself can no longer be updated on that specific hardware. Because your hardware is important, while itself might not be broken on the outside that visually that people can see, or like your camera or your screen. However, with the hardware specs, it makes it whether or not your device can update a certain thing. For example, I have an old MacBook Pro 2019. However, I can no longer update it because the hardware itself and the Mac does not support it, because it does not have the components to support the memory that the device needs in order to run the newer software. Now, you can use your old devices for a while, but if you rely on apps that are constantly updated, such as if you're a music creator, like Final Cut, Reaper, whatever, or if you are a video editor, such as Final Cut, Adobe, so on and so forth, eventually, while the device itself might not be physically broken and the battery might still be good, you might not be able to use that software, and then you end up with more bugs to keeping an older device around that has older hardware than you do to just upgrade if you have the means to do so. Now, because on my Mac, I'm only a software version behind because it's on Sequoia, I can still get away with using the things that I use. However, if I were to use my old MacBook Air 2017, which no longer works because the logic cord is dead, and I think the last version that got was Bixer, I probably would have a lot of bugs to deal with. And when you're trying to get something done, if you are productive and you use your devices for your daily work drive and your daily workflow, it is annoyingly frustrating to keep using something that's giving you error, because then it just makes the job that you're trying to do a lot longer and a lot tedious. It's like almost like trying to teach somebody something knowing that their brain can't grasp it, and you just keep using the same technique over and over and over. And I think a lot of people just don't like change, and that's okay. That is A-okay. But I'm just telling you, software and hardware, it all kind of does matter. And it's not, oh, well, they're purposely slowing down your software. It's not that at all. Because even with your battery, as time goes on, batteries deteriorate. Batteries are not meant to last forever. I'm sorry, but even a lot of older generations think that too, but even some of the younger generations now are starting to be like, this, and this. And I don't know about you, but yeah, you can replace the battery in some devices, but a lot of them are all soldered into the devices, more towards computers and stuff like that, like laptops, right? And it costs more to try to figure out how to replace parts in a laptop over time, because you're gonna have to keep replacing those parts, than to just save up, bite the bullet, and get a new computer if you need it. And if you don't need it but you want one, great, go get one, because who am I to tell you what you should and should not buy? I'm not. I'm just here to tell you, when people are making not nice comments to other people when they choose to upgrade their phone, they should be able to do that if that's what they want to do. And yeah, that is how that works. That's another topic for another day. But I just figured I'd share that. Bye.